If you're looking for the current it girl of the Marvel Universe, it's gotta be Luna Snow, Marvel's premier K-pop hero. Originally introduced as a Marvel video game character, this Arctic idol singer/superhero quickly grew such a fan following that she soon made the jump to Marvel Comics, where she's used her ability to control ice and heal others to become a valuable member of several hero teams. And she's since made a cameo in Marvel Animation's Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, making her the first Marvel Games character to make it to comics and animation. As a K-pop idol, she's toured around the world and even performed with Marvel's other musically inclined superheroines, like Dazzler and Ghost Spider. And unlike those other Marvel musicians, Luna's actually released singles in the real world too. But where did she get her icy powers? Can she manage to balance the demands of her hero work and worldwide tours? And how does she feel about serenading Dr. Doom? This is Marvel Recap, Luna Snow, with a special shout-out to the official handbook of the Marvel Universe research team, the Marvel Studios story team, the Marvel Games team, and the Marvel Rivals team for their help. Luna Snow made her debut as a character in the mobile action role-playing game Marvel Future Fight, and we learn more about her in the tie-in comic Future Fight Firsts, Luna Snow. Seol-hee was born and raised in South Korea. After her parents died when she was little, she was raised by her grandmother, who encouraged her to follow her dream of becoming an idol singer. In her teens, Seol-hee auditioned for an idol management company, impressing the judges enough to gain a contract. She left her grandmother's apartment to move into the company's dorm and began the rigorous training program of singing and dancing lessons. While she struggled with other trainees, she was soon befriended by 3 fellow candidates, Haewon, Minji, and Jinsu. The 4 created the idol pop group Forlit and trained for their debut concert at Seoul's Stark Arena. But backstage, Luna struggled with stage fright, and she wasn't comfortable with her new stage name, Luna. But her bandmates were there for her, assuring her that, by the end of the night, the fans would be chanting her name. And with that, Luna and Forlit took the stage to entertain their cheering fans. But unknown to Luna, her management company had brought in an experimental special effects team for the show. That team turned out to be agents of the scientific terrorist organization Advanced Idea Mechanics, or AIM, led by Jae-hwa Kwak, aka the Joro Spider. The team was determined to steal the arena's cold fusion reactor. They quickly took over the arena, holding Forlit and their fans hostage, including Luna's grandmother. After Luna saved her groupmate Haewon from a falling scaffolding, she stood up to the AIM agents. Joro Spider was impressed by her courage and gave her the reward of watching her friends die, as she dumped all of Forlit into the arena's cryoreactor to freeze to death. As Luna struggled to find a way to escape, she was hit with a blast of energy, which turned half her hair white and gave her the ability to control ice and snow. She used that power to escape the reactor and blast the AIM agents with shards of ice. That left only Joro Spider, who mocked her by saying she was an entertainer, not a hero. But Luna was able to seal her in a block of ice, saying, "I'm not trying to be a hero, but just because I'm not one doesn't mean I can't stand up to people like you." Trapped, Joro overloaded the energy systems of her suit, creating an explosion that Luna was able to contain with her ice. As Luna comforted her grandmother, she found herself face to face with her fans, who were all chanting the name Luna Snow. And she had to admit, the name felt right. Luna soon became one of the more popular Future Fight characters, and her visibility only grew after Marvel released several official K-pop singles for Luna, including Tonight, I Really Wanna, and Fly Away, with vocals provided by South Korean singer Hyungseo. Not long after her singles were released, Luna officially entered the Marvel Universe in the pages of 2019's War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas #1. In it, Luna was recruited by the Atlas Foundation, a centuries-old secret organization that descended from the Mongol Empire of Genghis Khan. While it was originally focused on world domination, the Foundation eventually began focusing on saving the world, led by former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent Jimmy Woo and the immortal dragon Mr. Lau. Luna's first mission involved protecting the Earth from the War of the Realms, an invasion of armies from the 10 realms of Asgard, led by the dark elf Malekith. Luna found herself working alongside a team of other young heroes, including Kamala Khan, Silk, Shang-Chi, Amadeus Cho, and fellow South Korean heroes White Fox and Crescent. Their first mission: to stop Cinder, Queen of the Fire Giants, from conquering the Earth. Luna's new teammate, Silk, turned out to be a bit of a Luna fangirl. However, Amadeus Cho didn't make the best impression when he accidentally froze Luna with a fire hose. Despite Silk's attempts to free her, which included some gushing about Luna's latest world tour, the team was forced to retreat, leaving Luna as Cinder's captive. However, Amadeus Cho set himself on fire to go undercover as one of Cinder's men. He rescued Luna, and she returned to discover that the team had grown to include the mystical warrior Swordmaster and a trio of elementally powered heroes, Pele, Arrow, and Wave. When the team learned of Cinder's plan to melt the polar ice cap, Luna combined her powers with Arrow and Waves to create an Arctic vortex that stopped everything cold. And thanks to Amadeus' teleporter, Luna was soon back in the battle to deliver an icy finishing blow. Cinder's forces were returned to their realm, and Luna worked with the rest of the agents of Atlas to help rebuild Shanghai. Luna continued to balance her idol career while working as an agent of Atlas, and the team soon found themselves battling a fire dragon on the Southeast Asian island of Madripoor. That's when a series of mysterious portals appeared, linking cities across the world, including Seoul, Tokyo, Manila, Mumbai, and Flushing, New York. The portals were the brainchild of billionaire Mike Nguyen, whose company, Pan, was offering paid passports that allowed users to travel across the world to what he called the world's greatest Asian cities, and to the city of Pan, a futuristic city that acted as a travel hub and the company's headquarters. However, Pan was soon under attack by a flock of dragons that the Atlas team was forced to fight off. Luna shared her skepticism of Pan with Amadeus, and blushed when she had to admit that he was pretty famous too. After helping a group of Madripoorian refugees escape to Pan, Luna and Amadeus confessed that they both thought the other was pretty awesome before sharing a kiss. But Silk apparently didn't think that was pretty awesome. Unfortunately for Luna, the Pan Corporation was recording that attack and used the kiss for their advertising campaign. Furious, Luna threatened legal action if they weren't taken down. The attention didn't help the team's work, as they learned when Amadeus and Luna tried to fight an attacking sea serpent, only to be surrounded by fans demanding that they kiss. But on the plus side, Luna was able to get a sizable settlement check from Pan's lawyers. The team's suspicions about Pan were confirmed when they infiltrated the company's headquarters and discovered that the portals were being maintained through the magic of a captured dragon, which was calling out to other dragons for rescue. The team was divided on whether to free the dragon, as it would mean destroying the portals, severing all connections to the city of Pan, and leaving a number of refugees homeless. It didn't help that they discovered the dragon was actually from Atlantis, and its ruler, Namor the Submariner, arrived to claim it. The team decided to release the dragon, which immediately attacked Atlantis. Afterwards, they discovered the dragon's attack was caused by a mind-controlling device implanted by the mermaid race known as the Sirenas. The two undersea kingdoms had very different opinions about the dragon, with Atlantis seeing it as their protector, and the Sirenas seeing it as one of their greatest enemies. As the two kingdoms headed to war, the Atlas team was able to broker peace between them, and Amadeus was able to also stop a massive tidal wave from destroying the city of Pan by unleashing his full Hulk powers to collapse the wave with a mighty clap. Luna soon left the Agents of Atlas team to join the government-run South Korean super team known as Tiger Division, where she worked alongside her former teammate White Fox. The super thief known as the Black Cat was forced to join the team after she was arrested in Incheon Airport, with White Fox implanting nano-explosives to ensure her cooperation. The team needed Black Cat to help defeat Tiger Division's strongest member, Taeguki, who had become mind-controlled by an unknown party. While the rest of the team battled Taeguki, Black Cat and White Fox tracked the mind control to a body thief named Mongdal. Luckily, the Black Cat was able to defeat him by injecting him with the same nano-explosives that she had in her system, only she detonated them. While Luna worked with Tiger Division, she continued her idol career and started her first US solo tour. She sent a special invitation to her former teammate Silk, who was excited to see her perform. But when the concert was interrupted by Manio, a youth-stealing witch, Silk and Luna teamed up to take her down. Backstage after the show, an exhausted Luna confessed that she'd already done a dozen cities on the tour with a dozen more to go, and that she was so busy she didn't know which way was up. But she really loved it. Unfortunately, not all of Luna's adventures had a happy ending, and during a Tiger Division mission, Luna's former teammate, Swordmaster, was killed while protecting White Fox from a villainous fox demon. Afterwards, Luna tried to console White Fox as she struggled with her friend's death and warned her that obsession wasn't going to bring Swordmaster back. Not long after, Tiger Division was forced to rescue Taeguki again after his former criminal partner Min-jae stole his powers. But the real danger came from Min-jae's secret partner, Dr. Doom, who arrived to claim those powers for himself. After the Tiger Division managed to return Taeguki's powers, Doom left, but not before warning the team that this isn't over. Luna's growing worldwide fame led to a headline spot on the Concert of Champions, a superpowered concert in Orange County, California. There, she shared top billing with two of her idols, mutant pop idol Dazzler and teleporting mutant punk rocker Lila Cheney. However, Dazzler was suffering from a horrible case of stage fright. Her last world tour had ended in disaster when she was attacked on stage by the former Reaver, Pretty Boy. Luna took a break from posing with her fans to try and cheer up Dazzler with an ice-sculptured tribute. Unfortunately, Dazzler slipped and accidentally destroyed Luna's trailer. When a gritty new band, Deep Void, took the stage and started riling up the audience, Lila and Luna tried to get Dazzler to help, but she refused to leave her trailer. Deep Void was confronted by Ghost Spider, aka the Gwen Stacy of Earth 65, who was blasted by their frontman's sonic cries. The band used their music to open a portal and release an interdimensional monster known as a Fear Child upon the Earth. Luna arrived and revealed that the band was made up of supervillains, Angar the Screamer and the four-armed mutant Forearm, the jewel-headed Ruby Thursday, and a random Doombot. As the Fear Child emerged from the portal, Luna used her ice sculpting skills to amplify Dazzler's light powers, blasting the Fear Child back through the portal. Luna and Lila comforted Dazzler, who'd managed to work through some of her stage fright. And together, Dazzler, Lila, and Luna took the stage for the final show of the concert, with Gwen Stacy on drums. Remember how Doom said it wasn't over? Well, we found out what that meant during the One World Under Doom storyline, when Doom became Emperor of the World. As government employees, Tiger Division was forced to promote Doom's new policies, which included Luna singing pro-Doom propaganda in her concerts. She loved performing, but was it worth supporting a supervillain? And while Doom was obviously evil, Luna was torn about publicly denouncing him, especially after she met a young fan who'd been helped by Doom's universal healthcare policies. Her dilemma wasn't helped when she discovered that Tiger Division, which had gained the mind-controlling mutant Karma, and her old Atlas teammates Wave and Arrow, was now being rebranded as Doom's Division. Their latest mission? To hunt down the mutant Sunfire, who was leading a resistance to Doom's regime. While Luna was preparing for a new concert, the rest of the team confronted Sunfire. That's when we learned that Wave and Karma were working with Sunfire, and the two teams battled each other. Arrow was able to talk the two sides down, only for White Fox to take out Sunfire with a kiss. She then turned on the rest of the team, arresting them and saying that if they couldn't follow orders, Doom had no further use for them. While Luna continued to promote her new pro-Doom album, Gunnar 2 and Auntie Auntie managed to rescue the rest of the team from prison, only to face a pro-Doom White Fox. That's when Luna arrived to stop her. But she was surprised to discover that White Fox was secretly working with Sunfire. The team's arrest was all a ruse to fool Doom. Doom's division eagerly joined up with Sunfire's team to oppose the Doom regime. Sunfire told Luna that she wasn't the only one who'd done things they regret, and that it's never too late to make a better choice. With that, Luna chose to cancel her concerts, releasing a new song directly to her millions of fans. It had a simple message: defy Dr. Doom. And that led into Luna's latest title, Luna Snow World Tour, where Luna tried to regain the fans she lost while working with Doom's regime by launching a new world tour. In 2024, Luna Snow returned to video games as one of the launch heroes for Marvel Rivals. Snowball Fight! The PvP hero shooter game from NetEase. A long-range strategist character, Luna can shoot frost shards at her enemies with her light and dark ice attack. Pow! You're frozen! But her real strength comes from her healing skills, like ice arts, which allows her to damage enemies while also healing herself and allies. Ice up! Her Fate of Both Worlds ability allows her to switch between two different performances, one that heals allies, and the other grants them a damage boost. Her team-up ability, Winter's Chill, lets her work with the martial artist Iron Fist or the diamond-skinned Emma Frost to either heal nearby allies or create an iced-out diamond barrier to stop enemies. Cosmic Collab! And like any great performer, she has plenty of costume changes, including Shining Star and Cool Summer. What a remix! We learned more about this version of Luna in the Marvel Rivals Infinity comic, where she's a member of a team of time-displaced heroes traveling across the multiverse. Her most notable appearance included a visit to the mystical city of Kunlun, where she was hired to perform at the mystical bar called the Chi Hive. Unfortunately, she couldn't find the place, although she did run into her teammates Bucky and Namor, who were brawling through a different bar. Or they were, until Luna calmed everyone down by singing a song about Captain America. Her search for the Chi Hive led her to challenge Wolverine to a drinking contest, which she won. However, she had to do it by freezing Wolvie's drink into a beersicle. She was forced to team up with a demonic version of Daredevil after she was attacked by a giant squid. But she managed to defeat that by tickling it. She soon found herself face-to-face with Dr. Doom, but when she punched his head off, she discovered he was a Doombot all along. However, the Doombot offered to help her find the Chi Hive, on the condition that he could be her backup singer. She agreed, only to find that the Chi Hive bar had burned down. Still eager to perform, she returned to the bar where Bucky and Namor were drinking, where she put together a concert with the rest of her Marvel Rival teammates and that disembodied Doombot head. There are more plans for Luna and Marvel Rivals, with a new outfit, Disco Pop, releasing in January, and an all-new disco song, Flight Mode, to go with it. You never know where Luna Snow might pop up next. But whether she's defending the world or delighting her fans, you know she can handle it, while looking cool too. And that is our abridged summary of Luna Snow. Want to learn more? Sign up for Marvel Unlimited, where you can find all of Luna's appearances, including her ongoing part of the Marvel Rivals Infinity comic. And if you're curious, here's the full list of comics referenced in this video. You can also catch her in Marvel Future Fight and Marvel Rivals. And you can find Marvel Animation's Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man on Disney+. This has been Marvel Recap Luna Snow.